Hey everybody, welcome back to Outdoors and Country Living. So it's beginning to feel a lot like fall here in Indiana. Today was cloudy, dreary, we had some drizzle, and it's in the low 40s. So what better way to start the fall season and enjoy it as much as we can than a homemade pot of chili soup. So today I'm going to make venison chili. You could use any kind of meat in it that you like, but for us, we do not buy ground beef here on our homestead. Our source of ground red meat is deer or venison. You could use any wild game, or you could use ground beef. So today I'm going to show you how we make chili here at our house. It's spicy, it's got a kick, because we like things a little spicy here, and it's delicious. So I think I make the world's best chili soup. So if you get some time, maybe you can make it and let me know what you think. So here in my cast iron pot, I've got around 2.5 pounds of ground deer meat. We're gonna fire that up here in just a moment. We've got 1 large chopped onion. I've got the equivalent of probably 2 large bell peppers chopped. These are some of the bell peppers that we grew, and I chopped them up and put them in the freezer. I'm gonna be using 2 quarts of home canned tomatoes. I always use 2 cans of mild chili beans, and I do not drain those because your chili seasoning is in the sauce. We're going to use 1 can of kidney beans, which I've drained, 1 can of black beans, which I've also drained. And here comes the spice part. I have a partial jar of some cowboy candy that I had in the refrigerator, so I'm going to add all of the rest of that. And I pickle a lot of different hot peppers, so these are some pickled habaneros, and I will be using probably 1 pepper smashed up in there and a couple tablespoons of the pickled juice. That'll light it up, won't it? And then for seasoning, we use this organic chili powder, and then we're going to be seasoning the deer meat with some plain salt and pepper. All right, we are gonna fire up this meat and get it cooking. And I'm gonna add a sprinkling of olive oil to this. Since it's ground venison, it tends to be on a much leaner side of the spectrum, so I always add a little bit of oil to it. We're just going to let that heat up and begin to cook, and then we will proceed to the next step. Our meat is continuing to cook. I had some camera issues, so I don't know if you caught it, but I've added the bell peppers and the onions to the meat mixture, as well as some salt and pepper, and I'm just letting that cook. Now if you decide to use ground beef or any other fatty meat, you'll want to make sure you drain the grease before you add the rest of the ingredients. So since I'm using the ground venison or deer meat, I actually had to add fat, so I won't have to drain this meat. So we're going to continue to let that cook. This meat should be done, so let's take a peek. Oh yeah. Onions are soft, the peppers are soft, and there's no more red or pink in the meat, so we're good. Now we're going to add in the rest of these things. Kidney beans. We like beans here at our house, so that's why I add 4 cans. Some black beans. And chili beans with their sauce. Mix that in. Next, we'll add the tomatoes. And these are home canned tomatoes with their juice. I'm not draining it. So 2 quarts of that. All right, we're gonna add this, the rest of this cowboy candy. Here's the hot part. These are those pickled habanero peppers. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of this pickled juice. Let me tell you, that's where the fire's at. Oh, let's feel extra spunky today. Let's do 3 tablespoons. And 1 pepper. I always make sure the stem is off, and see how soft they are? I just kind of crumble it with my fingers. There you go. That'll get your attention, huh? With the cowboy candy, then you've got some jalapeno slices in there as well. Next, we need to add the chili powder. We're going to add 4 tablespoons of this wonderful chili powder. Stir all that together. That looks so good. Look at that chili. Doesn't that look delicious? All right, that's all I do, and we're just gonna let that heat up and let the flavors blend together, and we'll come back. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, that looks nice and hot. Very good. Looky there. Just right. It's not too hot. Not to our standards anyway. Yeah, you can taste the sweet from the cowboy candy, and you can taste the spice from the habaneros. Very good. So there's a million ways that people enjoy chili soup. You can add shredded cheese or sour cream or both. We just like to use plain old saltine crackers. Sometimes I'll make cornbread to go with our chili soup, or we'll have slices of celery with some peanut butter on it to go with it. But yeah, good stuff. Best ever chili soup. Kind of biased. See you later.